So, taking a walk, and we're coming back in just a little. Yeah, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. We're going to just pick up some milk so we can make our thing. Well, today I don't want somebody introduced me to this thing, Sammy. Evap milk and rum, white rum. I haven't tried it myself, but I saw the person drinking it, and I was like, that looks interesting. I should probably try it out.
I think I've heard it, and they put spices into it.
Yes.
The name is White Lady.
Right. So we can get all these spices and stuff, and we can get the milk and the rum. But they say it's better with the white rum. And I'm not a white rum fan. So.
Yeah. And as you talk about the White Lady, let me tell you something. I sampled it at the PM's residence, and whoever made it, it looking like the person had it set in for quite a while.
It was potent.
So it was maybe condensed milk and the evaporated milk. It was like an elixir. It was amazing. So I tried to pass back for a little bit more, but
they borrowed you.
They borrowed me. Everybody was in it.
I should try that out. So thank you, Faye, for that recommendation. I will try it out. Good afternoon, Dudu. All right, so we're going to take a walk. We'll be right back after these messages. Keep it locked. This is your Hot Topics.
As the CEO of my home, I only shop at Astafans. Why? Because I am confident in getting everything I need at the most competitive prices and highest quality. Shopping, oh, so easy. My kitchen is never without Dutch Lady, Chief, Swiss, MP, and Promos products. Not to mention the Asta margarines for my baking. A wide assortment of all canned goods is a must-have for those on-the-go days. But you know what I truly appreciate? Their daily stock of fresh produce catering to our health and wellness, innovative options, and the commitment to the environment. They offer the best line of biodegradable and vegan products. My children love when I go to Astafans because they know I'll bring back amazing snacks. Cleanup is easy with the best detergents, fabric softeners, bleach, toilet cleaners, and disinfectants on the market. Yes! Did I say they have the freshest and cheapest meats? When I give my annual report, my husband must give me my promotion. So wives, mothers, and even fathers, make the wise decision. So much to discover. Affordability that can't be compared. Astafans, right place, right price.
Attention! We're a go for rocket launch.
Roger.
Engines ready.
Yay, Daddy!
Liftoff in 3, 2, 1.
Kids, breakfast is ready.
Ooh, launch postponed.
Give yourself a strong start to the day with Dutch Lady. Milk with essential nutrients, calcium, vitamins, and protein. Dutch Lady, building strong families since 1871.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering. How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kyrie Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need. PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050 or 612-1265. Kyrie Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Having an event? Get a wide variety of armbands at Kyrie FM. Paper, waterproof, armbands with drink ticket stamps, plain or patent armbands, and more. Starting from 50 cents, we also sell by boxes. Have your event in style. Choose from our wide assortment of armbands. Visit our office on 42 Independence Street, Roseau at Kyrie FM for all your armbands. Yeah, and I hear plenty events coming up, Sammy, so make sure you check us for your bands.
Let them sleep on them now.
Don't come and put no rubber stamp in my hand, you know. Let
them sleep on them.
And come and tell me you rubber stamp because I had ordered the thing and the plane don't come. Check us. Remember before when you used to go thing like
Jam.
they stamp in your hand if a thing.
And then you all your
A
but
purple
you
stamp and then I can never forget
as
that
they
time.
stamp you going outside and you just pressing it
Pressing that on your friend
hand and
or you
both of all
you wetting it a little bit, put a little rum on it and then pop. All of us. Yeah.
So try the rubber stamp.
Leave the rubber stamp and use the armbands.
And see if half of your events
Going
will get a free pass.
Transfer. And the armbands we have there, once you take it out, it can't go back. Okay. Right. We have the good. So, folks on Facebook Live, good afternoon to you. Sandra, I see you there. Addison, Shirley, Sims, and Frederica, good afternoon to you. All our regulars, all our folks like Paula and Sandra and so on and so on and so on. Good afternoon. Folks on the frequencies, on the TV, on the app, on the website, good afternoon to you. Bam, topic today. All the time that go already. Jesus, Sammy, you know, see that? Groomed from youth. That's our topic today. That is our topic. We had a consultation. And we got the full scoop, and now we're gonna share it with you because, hey, you need to help us give some advice. Take it away, Sammy.
Okay, guys. So we had a consultation, and most times we do not focus on our boys. We do not check our boys, and our boys are under serious attack. Not today and not yesterday. You know, everybody talking about child molestation, you know, child sexual issues and, you know, there's predators and so on. And most of the attention are directed to and at the girls.
Yeah.
Protecting our girls.
Yeah.
But we don't pay we try to cover up and say, oh, when we say that, we're referring to boys too. But our boys are under attack and we are in a crisis.
Right.
So we had a consultation, and his situation is he doesn't know if he was born gay or if he was made gay.
That is something else.
Some children, a person will tell you, some children, from time you see them little children, baby, you know there's we not gonna don't call me out on my own political correctness, okay? From time you see them, baby, you know they makume. You know that because you see how they move in, and you know that one was supposed to be a girl. God doesn't make mistake, but
things happen.
Yes, but then you have a young man entering high school, doing well, exhibiting all the characteristics of a healthy young boy, and next thing, in his young adult years, you see he prefers the company of men, and you're wondering what went wrong. What happened to your son? What happened to your nephew? What happened to your brother? What happened to your friend? All the time he was into girls. You know, what went wrong? And we have a consultation from a person, and he's saying that he wasn't born gay. He was made gay by somebody who was who had authority over him. He was a student at a secondary school, and he believes that he was groomed. Nothing sexual happened while he was a minor, but there was that relationship after he breached the age of consent, but the grooming was there. It's like he felt like he was selected, and special attention was paid to him by the authority of the school. This is your principal, this is your teacher, special attention was paid to him. He was given opportunities and often singled out and kept close to that figure of authority, always under their wing. You know,
like the pet,
right? Like the like their little pets. You know, invited places with them and so on. And later on, they developed a relationship. So from then, he hasn't had any serious interest in females, and he says he's gay. That's where his interest is. But he feels that if that he wasn't introduced to that lifestyle at such an early age, if he didn't fall into that lifestyle at such an early age, his life would have been different.
And rightly so, because you know that saying mind over matter is like, oh, not mind over matter, no, but it's like the more you do something, the more you become that person, or the more you say something is the more, So yeah, so
I think you have it right. Is the mind. It's a grooming.
yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, whew, why would you want to push your agenda down somebody's throat? I mean, Ukasha Moon, you're looking for somebody. You're not looking for somebody who is already into your vibe, who can relate to you and your.
I see we have a caller already.
If our share is not a dog, you don't have to grow it up and train it. But let's go to the telephone. Hot topics are live. Turn down the volume. I hear my voice.
Good afternoon, girls.
Mr.
Good
Six.
afternoon, Six.
So before you give us your point, I just want to tell you thank you for your wisdom, because today I was under a little struggle there, and then I remember Six voice and I say, Sayena, Saye. It's not you that make it. It are people that don't even get up to attempt it this morning. It are people that don't have enough 2 foot for them to stand up there and do what you're doing. And because you cannot do it within the time you want to do it, you want to have a stress with yourself. I give myself a 6 stock, And I said, take it easy, girl. Take it easy.
Thank you, Jesus, for that. Thank you, God, for that.
Thank you for your wisdom, Six. Your wisdom.
Better than silver and gold.
Indeed.
Look, but you just take the compliment. Now you have to go into it's better than this and better than that.
But that grooming there is a thing that happened in a long time. People taking people and groom them under their wings, and what they want them to be, that's what they want them to be. Parents, mothers doing that, fathers doing that, uncles, family doing that. They target you when you're young, but they don't want too much of you for now, But they slowly having you, and what they inculcate into your brain, later it's going to explode. Because the information, you like a sponge, when you're young. So they let you suck like a sponge. But they don't have nothing to really do with you, But
Six, we have a specific situation on our hands, and you're going into all coughing. Refer to the situation.
I just trying to show you, I'm trying to show you what I'm showing you for me to tell you where I'm going. You understand? So in other words, that young man, that person dictated to that guy what he will be, and they groom him slowly it could be by giving preferential treatment, helping him there, but they don't telling you, well, the help is to get you into something or to mold you into something, They slowly just brainwashing you. It's like a brainwash going on there. And after, when you get all that information, it's either you do good with it or bad with it. That's it. It's either you do good or bad with it. But I'm trying to tell you, it happens all the time. People brainwash people target people, where they help them money, and after a while you don't have no choice because they help you financially, physically, all kind of way they helping you. After a while, certain people you can't say no to because what? They like a thing, two peas in a pot after a while. You can't say no to them because of how they help you and how they bring you up. And how they teach you, the Bible tells you, train up a child the way it should go, it won't depart from the truth. So it's according to how you groom people. You can either groom somebody wrong or right.
True.
That's it.
And that's why, because when you started in the beginning, you spoke about family members and parents, but parents have a responsibility to train up their child in the way that they should go.
That is why I'm telling you, God,
grooming can be good, but it can be deadly too.
You a responsibility to take care of your house. And that's what you have to do. When you don't take care of everything is fine. If you look at animals, you look at the lion, you look at this. My brother, when the lioness make a cubs, when it see something gonna attack it, where it put it there for the day to realize, boy, they're gonna attack it and try to take it in the night. It taking all of them out and bring them between a rock where you cannot push it to attack them,
True.
It protects them all the way. And what after a while, it teaches them what time to go out, how to fight, how to run when you see something wrong back in the hole. So animals teach their cubs and their small ones from young. But we as human beings, we do not have a manual for our children. We don't have no manual, car manual. Everybody has manual, but we don't have no manual how to train our children. That's our problem, And some of us, we worse than our children, so we can't train our children. When you know we can't treat them. That's what I'm telling you. Your mothers are not supposed to be mothers. Your fathers are not supposed to be fathers. They are sperm donors. You're just a sperm donor, but you're not a father. Your mothers, they're so young. They can't hold you. Let me tell you, I see a child holding the child to breastfeed. And all how she trying to do it, she don't know how to do it. It's wrong when she doing it, you know. I had to go and tell her, look. I had to go to her and tell her, look, hold the child that way. Put your hand on his bottom. Bring him upright. When you breastfeed him, you have to hold him upright to the breast. On the road, I give him that teaching, you know. And she said, thank you, sir. But you were so young, she don't know. You were so young that she doesn't know how to hold a child. So I'm telling you, so all those problems you see that it have people out there that will influence people badly and good. I will let you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Six.
Thanks for your contribution. Yeah, we tend to, like Sammy said, like you said, Sammy, we tend to focus on the girls, and we don't realize that the boys are
under attack.
Yes.
And
serious attack.
And if we losing our young men,
what are we going to end up with, though?
Well, and look at that. Look at the present situation. We already don't have enough people in our country.
Right.
And we need our people to procreate. And if we're losing our young men like that, and they're not interested in women because at an early age they have been introduced to an alternate lifestyle.
We'll have to start with artificial insemination.
It is not looking too good for us.
It is not.
And then this guy he's not open, he's in the closet. So he's a youth that's in the closet.
And he doesn't even know if he should be there or if he shouldn't be there.
Well, he knows what he is. He said he's what he is.
Yeah.
But he's in the closet, and you thinking that person is there's a chance between you and that person as a young girl, and you start to pursue them. You throw your little lines and whatever, and he might bite so that it deflects, so you can camouflage his lifestyle. You get an opportunity to use you to cover up his lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because he's still in the closet. Waste your time, not really interested in you.
And maybe even going as far as getting married, and he's never really like settled in his head. And then what happens, God forbid, when you all have children?
Remember that situation we had? Where the guy was gay
and married and wasn't sure what to tell his wife and didn't know how to deal with it. Boy, that is a predicament. So
it is. Six brought up some very, very good points there, and he spoke about like parents protecting their children and taking off their not taking off like the lioness, not taking the attention of your children and putting them in a place like where those people cannot reach them.
Yeah.
And parents do that a lot with girls, but then we let our boys go. We let them loose on the road. It's okay for them to go and hang out because as long as they cannot get pregnant, we like.
Yeah.
They're okay,
Right.
But there are other things besides pregnancy. There's STIs. But it doesn't say STDs now. I grew up knowing it's STDs. I try to say STIs.
Okay. All these infections. Just want to be STA infections.
C'est pas disease, c'est infection. So there are STIs, and there's that dreaded situation where they can be targeted on the road.
Yes.
The less attention. I think pedophiles today like that. They like children who are not being monitored.
Right.
Children who are, they get an opportunity on them. But if you hold your children under your 230, how are they going to get to them?
I'll put them under my arm because I don't have all that.
Parents, if you put them under your 230, we're speaking in general. We know the situation happened at school and we will address school in a while.
Yes.
But we speak in general. We have to hold our children under our 230, whether it's boy or whether it's girl.
Yeah.
Because the same thing that happening to girls are happening to the boys
as well. Let's go to the telephone for a bit. Hot topics, your life, talk to us.
Good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon, darling. How are you?
Not too bad. I just done my Charlotte COVID.
Oh, Papa.
Hey, Papa Rampants. How are you feeling?
No one day I feeling good, and a certain time I come back on me again.
Hey, Papa.
What I'm saying is that if it hurts so much for our little boys, why should some people think of legalizing it in our little Dominica? Don't you think it would hurt more? I'm listening.
Thank you for your contribution, Rembrandts.
So
there is So let me see if I can address Rembrandts.
okay.
So there is intimacy. Let me use that term amongst consenting adults, and I don't mean 16, 17, 18. Okay, 18 maybe. But there's intimacy between consenting adults, or we can say among two because they just do it in groups. But when you're talking about a child, right, that's a whole different ball game altogether. So let Guamun, Febagai Guamun, Koyole Fe. Let them do it like they want to do it because it's at that point you're old enough to make a choice, to make a decision. Okay? So that is you. But don't force it on the kids.
And to put Grandpa's comment even into more perspective, that's the same thing that happens rampant to minor girls.
Right.
And you understand?
Yeah.
Heterosexuals are legal. You know, man and woman sexuality is legal. And girls are victims of those kinds of behaviors too.
Right.
It's the same thing we're talking about. So whether or not it's legal or illegal, that's not the issue. The issue is sexual acts are being done, illegal sexual acts are being done to minor children.
Right. And our focus today is boys.
Our focus today is boys.
Here's a comment there, Sammy, and Fitz is saying, by the way, some of our young men, some of our young men roaming the streets mad may have been sexually abused, and you know they cannot deal with it because of the stigma.
And girl, let me tell you something. Fitz, you are 100, and I know a particular situation.
I know of two situations.
And every time that boy finds himself in, first of all, as a young boy, he leave his parents' home and he go back to Guadeloupe with some fellas, and they do him something. And as when he came back, he stayed a little while, can I get girlfriend? And every time he started to take drugs, and every time the thing on him, that alone he talking about, calling all kind of names of what people do him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that was the trauma that messed up his head.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, you say, say Maliofe, they do them something, they this,
they
that,
do them
whatever.
something for true.
But it's something that was done, but it's not in the way we're thinking.
In the little window, they do them something.
Because I mean, come on, a person. You see the way this gay stigma thing is. I mean, for that to happen to a young man who is, just coming into himself, just getting to know himself, and get to know himself as a sexual being. And then, bam, all of a sudden, you pay him antifunet. You understand? And then he's questioning himself now. You know? And he cannot tell that to anybody. And that thing just there in his head until...
You cannot tell it to... And boys have nobody to speak to because before, they're labeled.
Yeah.
And that's what they are. That's what they become.
Right.
And then you start to label them. You start to call them those names. And words have power, like you said earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So what you call them, that's what they
are.
That's what they are. Oh, boys have nobody to speak to. If it's a girl and she's going through those things, she gets a lot of sympathy from even if we try to victimize victims, because Dominica have a culture of victimizing victims and trying to put the blame on everybody else but the perpetrators. But still, the females get more sympathy, and you get people who are willing to help them. But when our boys are confronted with those situations, they get labels.
Oh, yeah. They're labeled, they get
called
stigmatized
names before they get into a fracas with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's our favorite Mapwing.
Yes.
And that's the worst Mapwing you can tell a Dominican man. If you see you want a Dominican man to back up from a conversation, you just tell him that. And then all story finish.
All story done. Kaipul Kwazi. Yeah, but I don't know. It's a culture that we have to. I don't want to say, not embrace it, but give people the freedom to be themselves. At the end of the day, you're in Jesus Christ.
You have to let the children come into their sexuality on their own.
No, I'm just pushing back a little to the adults. You know, you're not Jesus. Don't judge. Upa judge. Upa jury. You understand? Let me decide what I want to do and let Jesus Christ and God Almighty judge me. But again, like Sammy rightly said, let the children be children. Let them grow up.
When you have a
Vewa, you can say it. A woman vewa.
You know what I mean? That believe all their life already and battle, all their battle, taking your little boy and doing to him unspeakable things. Get it? And I think they know how to turn them and get them hooked on the life.
Yeah. The stories that they give and the way that they talk and
just things that, but we don't want to get too graphic, but there are things. Let me just put it out there that there are things that these people do to these young boys sexually that gets them hooked on the lifestyle.
And the thing
That's
is,
all I tell you.
and the thing is, they're just learning.
Call yourself
and they're just learning about their bodies. They're just starting to, maybe just starting to go through puberty. Maybe haven't even yet.
But then,
you know,
Vanessa,
and
let's take a little break now, and then after we'll come back and talk about
the
environment. You want to take that call first? That call looks important.
It does.
Yes.
It's looking important.
It looks important.
A little light that flashing on the dashboard and looking important. Wake up about it, Sammy. Hot topics your life. Is your call important?
That's an important call, man.
I say that.
That's an important call.
Go ahead, Six.
Well, let me tell you something. Sometimes you don't blame these children, these boys.
You cannot blame them. They are victims.
You don't blame them, because a lot of those things is greed too. You know, it's greed. In other words, now, let me tell you, the person that doing that to that boy, another person behind that person pushing that agenda, you know, and another person behind that agenda, you know. It's like a recruiting thing that day, you know. When fellas saying, well, boy, I go in Guada. That's what you're talking about, boy. A lot of those boys between me and you, I know, when these guys go Guada, they are predators in Guadeloupe. They're bringing them for predators and they play big euro.
Yeah.
And when they come there, bringing them big chain and they figure out, they don't know that big chain, man. It's foolishness that going on there. So I try to tell people, man,
I can't say everybody that go in those roads there, that is what they do, yeah?
I'm not telling you everybody. They have
There's some. It happens. There's
some, but it's not everybody. We don't to get ourselves in no issue with no gangster fellas. Mind me.
But I trying to tell people, boy, you have to guard your boys like an eagle. And you have to talk to them. And let me tell you, see, when you see a little boy get hurt or he get hurt bad or something, you don't want to talk to you, you know.
No. True.
You have to, if he trusts you, you know he'll tell you, boy, I have something to tell you, eh? And sometimes even when you reach the place for him to talk to you, know, he don't want to talk.
You
have to give him another little break, and then weeks, and then he'll open to you. But boys don't open out to people with those
especially those things. They're six. They don't.
They don't. You know. Yeah. You understand? But look at that. It's more taboo than when a boy gets traumatized by a man. And when you see them little girls, there are plenty of lesbians in the high school.
We're not talking about that six. We're talking about something else.
The boys.
Let me give you a joke.
We know it have a lot of teachers in the school grooming the young ladies. We will have a show on them later.
Let me give you a joke. An 80-year-old woman opening her back door. Two girls kissing, and the lady almost fainted. The lady is fixed. Mama said, "Toba, mama, body, papa, body, she would like a body to visit, but last body, so good."
Poor job.
And the lady shouted it. So good.
Alright, thank you, Six.
Well, let me tell you, that in the schools, that rampant, man. That rampant in the schools, teachers dating children and giving them bad advice, man. And do you know that they drug them? Do you know they drug them before that? They drugging them several times before that happened.
Wow.
They drugging them. They putting things in drink for them. Like when they bring them at their home, they give them things in drink. So in other words, when they give them that stuff in the drink, these boys cannot handle that.
Right.
So in other words, it's easy to do them that because what? They give them drugs.
They're already under the influence of something.
Don't take no drink people over. Someone say, "Papa, boy, I'm going to
Spanish fly.
You remember Spanish fly, Six? Remember Spanish fly?
Yeah, man. That's easy to just drop that. Don't take drink people bring open for you. Open your own drink.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Six. Have a great afternoon. Let's take a break. I need to get some water. I thirsty. Can we go to Springfield Trading and get some Oasis water? We'll be right back.
Never too early, never too late to recharge and hydrate. Get your daily dose the right way. Grab an Oasis now. Why wait? The greatest, the safest. Oasis for sure. Oasis. It's purer than pure. The greatest, the safest. Oasis for sure. Oasis. It's purer than pure.
Local distributors, Springfield Trading Limited.
You got the book list? Good. Now get a jump start on school supplies and, best of all, Republic Bank's got the offer you need. What do you say to that?
Sweet!
It's the season of sweetness at Republic Bank. Whatever you need for back to school, you can get it with super low rates, up to 5 years to repay, and up to 30,000 unsecured. This is the time to make it happen with Republic Bank today.
Hey mom, congratulations! You've been a boss mom for about a year now, and whew, we are so proud of you. Your little bundle of joy is growing up and developing so nicely, and it's so wonderful to witness. Dutch Lady is here to support you through the next significant stage of your child's growth and development with Dutch Lady Growing Up Milk, fortified with DHA, a key nutrient for your child's brain development and function. Right when those little sponges start soaking up all the knowledge the world has to offer them. This product is strengthened and balanced with vitamins and minerals which supports the immune system of your toddler. You've trusted us with your own dairy nutrition for decades. Now, you can trust us with your children's dairy nutrition. Ensure a healthy and happy toddler with Dutch Lady Growing Up Milk. Dutch Lady, building strong families since 1871. Right here at Astafans. Right place, right price. As the CEO of My Home, I own a shop at Astafans. Why? Because I am confident in getting everything I need at the most competitive prices and highest quality. Shopping, oh, so easy. My kitchen is never without Dutch Lady, Chief, Swiss, MP, and Promos products. Not to mention the Astor margarines for my baking. A wide assortment of all canned goods is a must-have for those on-the-go days. But you know what I truly appreciate? Their daily stock of fresh produce catering to our health and wellness, innovative options, and the commitment to the environment. They offer the best line of biodegradable and vegan products. My children love when I go to Astafans because they know I'll bring back amazing snacks. Cleanup is easy with the best detergents, fabric softeners, bleach, toilet cleaners, and disinfectants on the market. Yes! Did I say they have the freshest and cheapest meats? When I give my annual report, my husband must give me my promotion. So wives, mothers, and even fathers, make the wise decision. So much to discover. Affordability that can't be compared. Astafans, right place, right price.
Caribbean Blue alongside Zion Vibes Entertainment present Reggae and Bouillon Night. Yes, you heard right. Reggae and Bouillon Night at the Stadium Fourcourt. Saturday, September 17 from 8 p.m. Representing reggae music live from Kingston, Jamaica. Anthony B. Yes, Anthony B. You don't have to say the man with the golden voice, Dwayne Stevenson. Dwayne Stevenson. Also from Jamaica, Kevin Isaacs. Doing a tribute to Father Gregory Isaac. Yakela and Perry from Guada. DJ Apex, Selector Urban. Danger Dane. And DJ Snow will be mixing and scratching all the hottest tunes. Representing Bouillon Music, the young and energetic Nation Band. Fresh from tour. They have been taking Bouillon Music to the next level. Mr. Ridge and Suki Budbread. Yo, wow. And the People's Banner, the Booyah Banner, the Daybreak Specialist, Triple K Band, baby. All these powered by Kyrie Song. The price is only $60 for the first hour and $75 thereafter. VIP is only $200. Remember, gates open from 8 p.m. Tickets are available at Kyrie FM, Tony Sponge, and at Prince City. So remember the date, Saturday, September 17th. Reggae meets Bouillon. Anthony B, Dwayne Stevenson, Kevin Isaac, Mr. Ridge, Suki Budbray, Triple K International, alongside some of Dominica's hottest DJs. So, he said,
And we are back. We're back. Reggae and boy, look vibe happening in the Commonwealth. All right. So, before we took the break and earlier on, we were talking about our boys and the grooming that happens with them. How do we fix this? How do we stop this? So here's something. Here's a comment I'm seeing there, and somebody says parents need to be open about their sexuality as we do with our girls, so with the boys. So we should be as open with the boys as much as we are with the girls.
I think people are more open with boys about sexuality than they are with girls. I think people are generally, society on a whole, especially our society, we're more liberated with our boys.
Yeah, but then we just let the boys roam, but we don't.
Boys would
teach
well, they're
them.
talking about like, you talk to your boys more, or it's not so taboo to just discuss sex with boys or leave them in an environment where they know about sex or the conversation is free flowing. You more like, no, I don't want my child involved, my girls involved in that. No, take out my girls on that, and no. Or if a conversation passing around, you'd more tell your daughter, get up and go, than you'd tell your boy.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say we spend more. I think we spend more time, less time.
Yeah. We don't talk about the things that matter with them. But let's take this call on the overseas line. Hot topics, you're live.
Good afternoon to you, my ladies.
Hello, caller. How are you?
I'm there. Topic. I thought that only have that topic because there's boys' business. Everything else always the girls.
Right.
Parents need to focus just as much as the girls on boys. Because I myself are girls. Myself, my partively garçon. I don't like them, but God give me one.
Paula happens to that every time. It's girls she wanted.
Yes, I tell God when I get pregnant, I want a child, but I not with little boy. But God give me a little boy. And imagine, after many fellas break up, myself, there's a rolling stone, I don't know much. So I'm ex-boyfriend. But every time, and this guy was good with my son. I wouldn't tell him no lie. But every time I go walk, when I step in home, first thing I do, on Penny Pampers, watching, inspecting, he said, just like how you see they would do a little girl. Because I see a video, one son, if somebody sent to show that video go viral. The parents send the child to school, and that little boy was doing whatsoever he was doing. And from that video stick in my head, Miss Sammy and Miss Bruno. I always examine the little boy. No matter where you see, go school, he come back. I tell him to come, you don't have to be by yourself, let me come with you. You understand? The other day I even tell him, let me tell you something. I happen as if I'm boys that day. I say, I happen that day. You're not just picturing yourself. He's a big man, I tell it to him.
Yeah.
He said, mommy boy, you doesn't stop. I doesn't stop because those days it does go both ways,
Right.
And you want to do the boys now. The boys, because you must do their duty. And how they because I see a documentary from a boy from Jamaica, and he says uncle used to molest him. He used to tell his auntie, his mother that, and mother don't believe him, she believe her brother over her son. And he said the mother put him outside, He put him outside.
Why would the child make that up?
Exactly.
And he was living on the bridge in Jamaica, and somebody ended up giving him a ride, telling him they want to bring one for food. And the person drive up in the mountains with him. He said that person used him whole night. If all now say that in Jamaica, he flew to China. And he said, is that how he gets HIV? If only his mother had
listened to him.
He wouldn't be in this kind of a condition there like that. I see it, the boy was, on Facebook, the boy was saying he didn't just become gay like that. His uncle and his mother do not believe him. And he's saying he doesn't get where he lives. He's saying not in Jamaica, but he's somewhere in China.
Wow.
And so parents must do their duty, Sammy.
Yeah.
Believe your little boys when your little boys tell you things, because they don't have a bunch of boys. When I met my little boyfriend, he used to tell me, Paula, you doesn't trust him. I said him, yes, I don't trust you, but children doesn't have their voice. Actually, I love my child more than you.
Right.
But my child will always take me, and I always used to do, but he didn't used to feel no hunger, You know, as you said before, I know you're crazy already.
But I'm sure he understood where you were coming from, because I mean, it's just a matter of wanting to protect your child. It's not a matter of not trusting him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know when he come by me. Big man, as he tell me, mommy, sometimes I don't like to come by you, because you have some kind of a chocolate straw on me. I tell me yes, because those days, and some boys nowadays they have yes, just like a woman.
Yeah.
Their friends just put them in it. And these people, they like nice things. They like the money good.
That
and
is true.
they just end up being in this kind of quality. I have a friend from Dominica. He was from I want to say what place Dominica is from. But he was working in census office. Good boy, nice, put himself rasta now.
Yeah.
All what he do, he said it himself now. Dress up and set up himself like a little girl.
Wow.
And it come on the French territory. Them big men that have their big work in big offices. That's what they do. They pick them up by the roadside. And they just go and do what they do in 18.
Wow.
Them.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Paula. Thank you for your...
Have a blessed weekend.
You too, my darling.
Thank you very much.
All right, do too.
Yep. Paula
Take
is
care.
so very correct.
Yeah.
But I see we don't have much time, Vanessa, and we have to speak about the environment.
Yes.
When you send your child, when you take your child and you send your child to school, you have a 100% expectation,
right,
that the teacher, the principal, and all the caretakers in the school not going to abuse your child. 100% expectation.
You're confident with wings.
So how it can come up that
a whole
somebody working
figure
within the school system, an authoritative figure,
is abusing your
child, grooming your child, is being inappropriate with your child.
I mean, so at the end of the day, who can you trust, really?
Yep. And when those things happen, who do you go to?
Exactly.
If it's the teachers, do you go to the principal? If it's the principal, who do you go to?
Do you go to the Minister of Education or the Permanent Secretary of Education?
What validation
or
you
do
get?
I hale my kutla and go and make mincemeat?
I think it's a hale kutla situation.
Yes.
Unless a person, and we're not advocating violence, but when the system failing children, you have to think about flying a neck.
Yes.
And I say it already on the air, and I'll say it again. Parents have to decide how far they'll go for their children.
Exactly. Well, I'm going all the way, Tone.
Yeah, because this cell don't make for the animals.
Let me tell you something.
The conditions may not be the best, but you'll survive.
Good afternoon,
I'll
Mommy.
survive.
My mother always saying, jail and hospital will never miss people. Right, because when you send one, and not funeral homes, because when you send one hospital and you send one funeral home, somebody going to go up the hill. Okay, so all of us going up the hill together.
We are judged. we are judged by a jury of our peers, and I cannot see a Dominican female on a jury sending you up
because you fling a neck for your child.
No, that jury will need to. Those juries will have to.
And then, if all that fails, you can go and check the partner with the black candle.
Yes, you tie the case. The same one is drugs and is murder for nonsense, or just tie the case.
Tie for tie, let's tie.
You tie the case for a good reason. But consider that parents. Fling a neck. That's the system failing you. Do what you have to do.
Exactly.
For your children, protect your children.
Exactly.
And let people know, let perpetrators know that, pedophiles know that you willing to fling a neck.
Oh yeah, all up in that. Anyways, folks, that's all the time we have this afternoon. The news is up next. Have an amazing weekend. Be safe. Be happy. Don't forget to be happy, okay? And check your children. Until next time, we're gone.
Especially your boys.
Until Monday. See you. Catch you. Much love. Bye-bye.
There's nothing like a smooth ride in your vehicle with the peace of mind that comes with knowing that everything is taken care of. That's what we do for you at J. Stefan's Auto Center. We take care of all your auto needs and offer a variety of services for any vehicle you drive. Vehicle servicing, including full suspension and engine inspection, wheel alignment and balancing, camera installations, engine overhauls, computer diagnostics, and even clutch jobs on trucks, pickups, and cars. Purchase one or more tires from us and we'll install it for free. Visit J. Astephan's Auto Center today in the Canefield Industrial Estate and we'll ensure your ride is smooth. J. Astephan's, right place, right price.